Hello everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about two common problems you might see in your chromatography results, peak fronting and peak tailing. In an ideal world, every peak on your chromatogram would be perfectly symmetrical, a beautiful bell-shaped curve known as a Gaussian peak. This symmetry tells you that the separation process is working efficiently. However, in the real world, peaks often come out looking a bit distorted. Understanding these distortions is key to troubleshooting your experiments. Let's first look at peak tailing. This is probably the more common issue of the two. A tailing peak is one where the back half of the peak, after its highest point, is stretched out and takes a long time to return to the baseline. It literally looks like it has a tail. This is a problem because it makes the peak wider, which can cause it to overlap with neighboring peaks, leading to poor resolution. It also makes it very difficult to accurately calculate the area of the peak, which is crucial for quantification. A few things can cause tailing. One primary cause is the presence of strong, active sites on the stationary phase. Imagine these sites as sticky spots inside your column that grab onto some of the analyte molecules and don't want to let go, causing them to lag behind the main band. Another cause could be using a column that is old or degraded. Now, let's discuss the opposite problem, which is peak fronting. A fronting peak is distorted in the other direction. The front slope of the peak is shallow, while the back slope is steep. It looks like the peak is leaning forward, pushing ahead. The most common reason for peak fronting is column overload. This happens when you inject too much sample onto the column at once. The stationary phase becomes saturated, and it simply can't handle the high concentration of the analyte. The excess molecules can't interact properly and end up traveling through the column faster than the rest, smearing out the front of the peak. So, if you see fronting, the first thing you should try is diluting your sample and injecting a smaller volume. Both fronting and tailing are signs that your separation isn't optimal, but by recognizing them, you can start to diagnose and fix the problem, leading to better and more reliable results. I hope this simple explanation was helpful for you to understand these important concepts. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video useful, please show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. It allows us to continue making educational content for you. We'll see you in the next one.